All right, we have Omari Evans next up
Recording in
here.
progress.
If you're on Zoom, raise your hand, and we could call on you, and we'll also take questions in the room. We'll start with Greg Pickle over here on the left.
Omari, how did you watch, or where did you watch Notre Dame and Georgia, and what did you learn about the Notre Dame defense through that game, and also on the film you've studied so far?
I watched the game at home with my teammates Trey and Caden. We found out that they play a lot of man, and they got a good defensive back room, so that'll be a fun matchup.
Over here to John.
Omari, Coach Franklin mentioned that Julian Fleming's kind of added some competitiveness and work ethic to the room. How has he helped you come along from that standpoint, from the off-the-field stuff this year?
He just got us like catching jugs more. Know that there's more competition in the room, so everybody has to stay on their P's and Q's more, and then like it's not a lot of room to slip. So when we're competing, so he's made the group a lot better.
Got a question right here, Tyler.
Omari, James, we had him about an hour ago or so, and he had a lot of good things to say about your progress this year. Also said he feels like there's room for development. As you know, you didn't play wide receiver, focus on that coming to campus. Where would you say you are now at the start of 2025 versus where you were at the start of 2024? And when you look ahead, what are the most important elements of your game as a receiver that you think you still are working on?
I would say I'm way better than I was a year ago. Thanks to my teammates for pushing me every day in the weight room, speed training, and then all spring ball all year. They helped me a lot, picking up some things from them, and even when I was a freshman, picking up things from Mitchell and Parker. So I feel like the things I got to get better at will be like the top of the route things, and then like contested catches, holding onto the ball throughout the whole catch.
Mike.
Hi, Omari.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Can you give me an example of Drew's growth off the field as a leader and also on the field as a quarterback throwing to you?
Yeah, Drew's a lot more talkative now, which puts confidence in the receivers, the running backs, the tight ends, the whole offense. I think when you have a quarterback that talks a lot and you know he got your back, it feels good and you want to have his back. And then off the field, he just always wants to watch film, do anything to help get us better. So the more we do that, the more we connect, which I feel is better for the whole room.
Bob.
Omari, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I got Zane Durant at the beginning of the year. I said, who's the fastest player on the team? And he gave me three names. It was you, it was Elliott Washington, and I believe it was Audavian Collins. Does that track with you? Is that accurate? Are you the fastest player on the team? And what do you like so much about going up against man-to-man coverage?
Yeah, I am the fastest on the team, I believe. Man-to-man coverage, I really like man-to-man because of my speed. Simply, I know nobody can run with me. So, whenever I see man, I get happy. And that's for all the receivers.
All right, let's go to Zoom. Let's go to Rich Garcella.
Thanks, Omari, for doing this. How much has the success of the running game helped you in the second half of this season? And do you believe you're just scratching the surface of of what kind of receiver you can be?
The running backs have helped a lot, knowing that the safeties want to come down just to support the run, and then that gives the receivers enough time to run right behind them. So I give a lot of thanks to the running backs for helping the passing game. And what was the second question?
Do you think you're just scratching the surface of the receiver, of what kind of receiver you can be? Like, how much growth do you think is left for you as a receiver?
My coaches tell me there's a lot of growth left, and like the sky's the limit. So I feel like I'm just at the beginning point of what I can be.
Let's stay on Zoom. We'll go to Audrey.
Hey, Omari, thanks for your time. What can a game like your last one do for your confidence, do you think? Is it a boost at all, or are you already a pretty confident guy as is?
It's definitely a confidence booster. I'm pretty confident right now, but having a good game will always give you more confidence going into the next game and the next game. So, yeah, my confidence was definitely boosted after that game.
Let's go to Seth Engel and then Daniel Gallen.
Hey, Omari, thanks for the time. When we talked to Coach Franklin today, he brought up the fact that there were some negative stories about the wide receivers written last year, and the fact that he thinks maybe people should be talking about the development of the room more this year. What has that been like from the course of the Peach Bowl last year to this point? How much have you guys improved and what's changed?
I think we improved a lot. Knowing how we were getting talked about last year after that game, I don't think people can say those things about us anymore. So we definitely got a lot better, and we took that and we worked all year for you guys to talk positive about us, which I think is paying off.
Let's go to Daniel in the middle here.
Omari, when you talk about that growth, how much of a role did Coach Hagan's play in that, and what has he really done for your room this year?
He played a big part of this because he reminded us every day to never feel like that again. So every day when we were at workouts, practice, anything, he always kept that in the back of our head while we worked. So we have a point to prove to everybody.
Omari, you obviously played some quarterback in high school. Are you ever fighting for some of those snaps that Tyler gets? And how did playing quarterback kind of help you out at wide receiver?
Sometimes I mention it. I don't think I don't know. They won't, I don't know. I try not to because, it's been working up to here, so I don't want to change anything. And then playing quarterback in high school helped a lot because I know what Drew's thinking when, we got routes and stuff. And I also can see the coverages. I can tell what those are easier. So playing quarterback gave me an advantage for a receiver.
Let's go to Max on Zoom, and then we'll go to Tyler.
Hey, Omari, appreciate the time. This might sound silly, but Coach Franklin called your speed a superpower. When did you know you were fast? Like were you a kid and you just ran past somebody? Like when did you learn that?
I haven't always been super, super fast. I think when I moved to Texas, I got a little faster. I think just people from Texas are just normally faster than a lot of other people. So when I moved to Texas, I definitely had a change of gears in my speed.
Tyler?
Omari, I guess along those lines, I think some people maybe view you as the speed guy, and that's what you do. You're going to catch a 30-yard pass, and that's what it's that or maybe nothing. You had that catch along the sideline in the Fiesta Bowl. James talked about how your route tree has really grown. Is that something that you feel like you're ready to prove, and you've started to prove that it's not just a vertical threat, that you can be a complete receiver, and how do you go about doing that moving forward?
Yeah, I'm ready to show everybody that I'm not just a deep guy. I can do the short routes and take it further than a 5-yard catch. I also have been improving my blocking game. I like to block for my teammates, so I've been making that an emphasis in my game. So just not to let my guy make the tackle.
Any more questions in the room or Zoom for Omari? Okay, we'll go to Tyler.
James encouraged us to look past the stat sheet when it comes to Julian Fleming's impact here in his 1 year with Penn State. I think the best way to do that is probably to ask about what he's done in that receiver room. Can you kind of shine some light on beyond the box scores, beyond the catches and targets? What has he brought to your room?
He's brought a lot of leadership. He knows a lot of things. He's played with a lot of great guys, so every knowledge he knows, he gives to us. He pushes us. He just knows a lot and is very helpful, and I'm happy that he came here.
Let's go to 2 more questions from Zoom. Let's start with Joe Smeltzer.
Hey, Omari, thanks for the time. So, following up on an earlier question and Coach Franklin mentioning the improvement that this receiver's room has made, he also acknowledged that those strides might not be as evident just by looking at the stats. So, what do you think it is that makes this room a strength of the team now that people who are looking at the box scores, looking at season totals, etc., might not see?
I think that they can't just stack the box and stop the running backs because they have to worry about the receivers and tight ends. So they can't just, focus on them. They have to put some respect on us, because if not, then we could just run right by you, make plays, and yeah, we'll be an impact of the game. So I think that's how we help a lot.
We'll go one more for Omari. Seth Engel, Zoom.
Omari, you said that Coach Higgins reminded you guys every day, not to feel like you did last year again. What exactly did that feel like at the end of last season?
It didn't feel good, just having everybody saying that we suck, things like that. So yeah, just not to feel like that again. Just gave us a mindset of to not feel like that again. So yeah.
Thanks, Omari.
Recording stopped.